Roger, you have been to the Conference of Presidents, and there is a big discussion of Greens leaving the event because they say that the procedure of discussing the conditions of the EU is not democratic. So what is your take?
Well, for once, amazingly, I agree with the Greens. I was there. I know that David Cameron was invited, he accepted, then he later changed his mind, didn't come, but had bilateral meetings with a limited number of prominent MEPs. It was an affront to the Parliament and to the President of the Parliament that he declined the invitation to the Conference of Presidents.
So what's the way out? What are your expectations for tomorrow's Council?
Well, I think there'll be a lot of unhappiness in the Council, not merely because of the Conference of Presidents, but there is across Europe, I think, a lot of resistance for different reasons to his plans. The Visegrad countries are upset about the migrant welfare benefits. Some of the Western European countries are concerned about the possible contagion. If Britain gets benefits, maybe lots of other countries will demand the same thing. I think they're right. And in fact, Cameron's package is falling apart.
So what's the future, you think? Because is there an alternative to the UK in Europe? Because there's also opinion that Great Britain profited a lot from being part of Europe, but there is the other opinion that Commonwealth development, further development of Commonwealth, is a much more interesting project.
No, the European Union is making the United Kingdom poorer and less democratic and less free. The levels of regulation and control from Brussels are damaging our economy. We can't set up our own trade deals around the world. There are very powerful reasons why we should leave, and I think it's looking more and more likely that we will, because Cameron had hoped to come back with an exciting package with some real concessions. In fact, he's got the crumbs off the table, and right now, Brussels is trying even to take back some of the crumbs that it originally offered.
For example?
Well, it's trying to water down the migrant benefit issue. That's now down to new migrants, and all the statistics show that it will affect very few. The UK's own Office of Budget Responsibility has said it will make no difference, and many other commentators have said it will make no difference. The issue to do with the Eurozone and being out of the Eurozone, I understand that there are a lot of questions being asked, a lot of resistance from France and other member states to Cameron's proposal on that. So he is going to get actually less than the Tusk package offered him, which is less than he asked for, which is less than what was in his manifesto, and the whole thing was less than the British people could reasonably expect.
Do you expect there will be consequences for our British business if they leave our European Union? Because that is the card, I think, our President Tusk plays.
Not at all. There will be huge opportunities outside. We can have a rational energy policy. We can have new trade deals around the world with countries like India and China where we don't currently have trade deals. And all this talk about you must be in the single market to trade, that's nonsense. The biggest importing countries into the European Union are Russia, China and America. Not only are they not members of the single market, they don't even have any special trade deals. Countries all around the world trade with the European Union, and the European Union trades with them, and that is all that we ask.
What's your favorable scenario for Great Britain? You will become like Switzerland or Norway towards the European Union. How you see it? Because there is an associated membership or the kind?
No, Norway and Switzerland suffer from the main problems that we're trying to get away from. We don't want the Norway model or the Switzerland model. We want to be an independent nation. Don't compare us with Norway and Switzerland. Compare us with Canada or the United States or Japan or South Korea. Major trading companies, major economies that are not part of any sort of special arrangement with the European Union, but nonetheless trade with it very successfully. That's what we want to be, an independent country, not a sort of quasi-associate member like Switzerland or Norway.
But you can't deny that Great Britain is a small island compared to Canada. So how you would stand for your interest in a global world?
Well, we're part of the G7. We're the fifth largest economy in the world. We're a substantially bigger economy than Canada. I know we're a physically smaller country, but we are a bigger economy. We are a major global player. Even yesterday in the Conference of Presidents, which you were asking me about, President Schulz actually said Britain is a great global economy, and he's absolutely right.